The warning was clear across every trade route in the galaxy, every space station, every alien homeworld. Stay out of human space. But Vorn did not believe in warnings. He was captain of the Krell raider ship Dark Fang, and the Krell did not fear anyone. For 300 years, his people had taken what they wanted from the weak races. The soft traders, the peaceful explorers. "Captain, we have a target," his scanner officer said. "Human cargo vessel. Alone, no escort." Vorn's mouth parts clicked together in what passed for a Krell smile. Humans. The galaxy spoke of them in whispers. Called them dangerous. Said their space was forbidden. But Vorn saw only a fat, slow cargo ship full of valuable metals. "Attack," he ordered. The Dark Fang powered up its weapons. Energy beams cut through the black of space, striking the human ship's shields. The cargo vessel tried to run, but it was too slow, too heavy with goods. "They are sending a distress signal," his communications officer reported. "Let them," Vorn said. "By the time help arrives, we will be gone." The human ship's shields failed. Vorn prepared to board. This would be easy. Then his alarm screamed. "New contact!" His scanner officer shouted. "Human military vessel, coming in fast." "How fast?" Vorn demanded. "Too fast. Impossible speed." On the view screen, a human warship appeared. It was smaller than the Dark Fang, but it moved like a hunting beast. Sharp, quick, deadly. The name on its hull read, Iron Wolf. "This is Commander Blake of the Human Defense Force." A voice came through their communications. The human spoke in perfect Krell language. "You have attacked our ship. You have entered our space. You have one chance to leave. Take it." Vorn's pride would not allow retreat. "We are Krell. We do not run from..." The human ship fired. Not a warning shot. Not a threat. A full weapons barrage that tore through the Dark Fang's forward shields like they were nothing. "Return fire." Vorn screamed. His crew obeyed. Energy beams and missiles launched at the human ship. But the Iron Wolf dodged with impossible grace. It moved like it knew where every shot would be before they fired. Then it struck back. The Dark Fang shook. Explosions ripped through 3 decks. Vorn was thrown from his chair. Smoke filled the bridge. His crew shouted in panic. "Shields at 20%. Hull breach on decks 4 and 5. Engine damage." Vorn pulled himself up. On the screen, a human ship circled them like a predator. It had barely been hit. Meanwhile, his ship was dying. "Retreat," Vorn shouted. "Full power to engines." The Dark Fang turned and ran. Behind them, the Iron Wolf did not chase. It simply watched them go. Commander Blake's voice came through one last time. "You were warned. Next time, there will be no chance to run. Tell your people. Tell everyone. Human space is ours. No one enters uninvited." Vorn said nothing. His ship limped away toward the border, trailing fire and debris. His crew was silent. Their pride was broken. Vorn stared at the damage reports. 3 dead. 18 wounded. His ship would need months of repairs. The galaxy had warned him. But he had not listened. Now he understood. Humans were not soft. They were not weak. They were something the galaxy had rarely seen. They were predators who had reached the stars. Vorn had just entered their hunting ground. Asterisk. The hunt Vorn returned to the Krell home fleet with his damaged ship. His commanders laughed at his story. "Humans? Dangerous? Impossible. You were simply careless," War Chief Drax said. "One small human ship defeated you because you were weak." Vorn's shame burned hot. "I tell you, they are different. They fight like..." "Enough," Drax interrupted. "I will show you how Krell warriors handle humans." Gather 4 more ships. We go to human space. We will take what we want and burn their colonies to ash. Vorn wanted to warn them again, but his pride would not allow it. Perhaps Drac was right. Perhaps with more ships, they would succeed. 5 Krell warships crossed into human space 3 days later. They traveled deep, avoiding patrols. Their target was Titan 7, a small mining colony on a moon. Only 500 humans lived there, defenseless, easy prey. The attack came at dawn. Krell ships bombarded the colony from orbit. Mining facilities exploded. Living quarters collapsed. Humans ran for emergency shelters, but many did not make it. Good, Drac said, watching the destruction. Let the humans learn to fear the Krell. But Vorn felt uneasy. Something was wrong. This was too easy. His instinct was correct. Deep in human territory, at Defense Station 12, alarms shrieked. Colony under attack, the operator reported. Titan 7, multiple hostile vessels. Fleet Commander Hayes stood from his chair. He was an old soldier with gray hair and cold eyes. He had fought in 3 wars. He knew what needed to be done. How many ships? He asked. 5 Krell raiders, sir. Hayes smiled. It was not a kind smile. 5 ships. They came into our home with 5 ships. He turned to his crew. Launch Battle Group Hammer. All vessels. Full speed. Sir, that's 12 ships for their 5. I know, Hayes said. I want them to understand something. You don't attack human colonies and live. 12 human warships launched within minutes. They moved through space like a pack of wolves, fast and coordinated. On Titan 7, the Krell continued their attack. Drac was pleased. The humans had barely fought back. Scan for approaching ships, he ordered. None detected, War Chief. Good. Continue the bombardment. But the scanner officer was wrong. The human ships were there. They had simply turned off everything that made noise. Running silent. Running dark. Getting closer. Vorn checked his own scanners and felt ice in his blood. War Chief, I detect nothing. No ships. No signals. That is because there are none, Drac said. No, Vorn said quietly. That is because they are hiding. Drac turned to mock him, but then every alarm on every Krell ship screamed at once. 12 human warships appeared on scanners. They had surrounded the Krell fleet. From above, below, all sides, the humans had not rushed to save the colony. They had positioned themselves perfectly. Like hunters circling prey. This is Fleet Commander Hayes, a voice boomed across all frequencies. You attacked our people. You killed our civilians. You thought we would not respond. A pause. You were wrong. The humans opened fire. It was not a battle. It was an execution. Human weapons were more advanced. Their ships were faster. Their tactics were flawless. They moved as one unit, cutting off every escape route. The first Krell ship exploded within 30 seconds. The second tried to run, but was torn apart by concentrated fire. The third attempted to fight and lasted 1 minute before its reactor went critical. Retreat! Scatter! Drac screamed, but his voice was lost in the chaos. Vorn's ship and Drac's flagship were the only ones to break through the human formation. Behind them, their 3 companion ships burned in the void. They are following. Vorn's scanner officer shouted. I know. Vorn fired his engines to maximum. Beside him, Drac's ship did the same. But the humans did not chase at full speed. They followed just close enough to keep the Krell running. Hurting them, Vorn realized the horrible truth. The humans were not trying to catch them yet. They were pushing the Krell exactly where they wanted them to go. Vorn could do nothing but run. Asterisk. The lesson Vern and Drac fled through human space toward the border. Their 2 ships were damaged and slow. Behind them, the human fleet followed like patient predators. "Why do they not finish us?" Drac demanded. "They have faster ships." Vorn understood, and the knowledge filled him with dread. "Because they are driving us somewhere. This is a hunt, War Chief. We are not escaping. We are being herded. Impossible. The border is only 2 hours away. We will make it." But Vorn knew better. He had learned. Humans did not make mistakes. The 2 Krell ships pushed their engines harder. The border grew closer. Freedom was near. Then, 1 hour from the border, space itself seemed to wake up. Vorn's scanners exploded with contacts. Hundreds of them. Thousands. "What is that?" Drac whispered. On the view screen, small objects appeared all around them. Satellites, weapons platforms, automated defense stations. They floated in a massive grid pattern, stretching in all directions. The Border Defense Network. Vorn had heard rumors of it. Every race in the galaxy had, but no one had ever seen it and lived to describe it. Until now. "This is your final warning." Commander Hayes' voice came through their communications. "You are surrounded by 3,000 automated defense platforms. Each one carries enough firepower to destroy your ships 10 times over. You have nowhere to go." Drac's hands trembled on his controls. "We fight our way through." "No," Vorn shouted. "Look at the numbers." "We cannot," but Drac fired his weapons at the nearest platform. The response was immediate. 50 platforms locked onto Drac's ship. 50 targeting beams painted his hull red. But they did not fire. "Not yet. Last chance," Hayes said. "Power down your weapons. Shut down your engines. Surrender." Krell do not surrender. Drac screamed. He fired again. This time, the platforms fired back. 20 beams of concentrated energy struck Drac's ship at once. Shields evaporated. Armor melted. His ship broke apart in a brilliant explosion that lit up space like a small star. Vorn watched his war chief die. Watched the pieces of the flagship tumble through the void. He looked at his own controls, at his weapons, at his engines. Then he looked at his crew. Young Krell warriors who had followed him into this disaster, who trusted him to lead them. "Power down everything," Vorn said quietly. "Captain?" His weapons officer asked in disbelief. "Do it. Now." His crew hesitated, then obeyed. The Dark Fang went dark. Weapons offline. Engines cold. Drifting in space, surrounded by thousands of human weapons. "This is Captain Vorn of the Krell," he said into the communications. "We surrender. We ask for mercy." Silence. Then Hayes spoke. "You will be taken into custody. You will stand trial for the murder of 147 human civilians on Titan VII. Some of you will spend the rest of your lives in prison. But you will live." A human prison ship approached. Docking clamps locked onto the Dark Fang. Armed human soldiers boarded, taking Vorn and his crew into custody. Vorn did not resist. He had learned his lesson. 3 days later, every communication network in the galaxy received the same message. It showed the wreckage of Krell ships, the destroyed colony, the massive human defense grid, and it showed Vorn in chains, the first Krell captain ever to surrender. The message was simple. Human space is protected. Human colonies are protected. Human ships are protected. Enter uninvited, and you will not leave. Attack our people, and we will hunt you down. We do not make threats. We make promises. You have been warned. The message played on every alien homeworld, in every space station, on every trade route. The Krell Empire issued an official statement the next day. They would avoid human space. They would pay compensation for the attack. They apologized. The proud Krell apologized. Other races watched and learned. The Velian Consortium canceled their expansion plans near human territory. The Drex Collective rerouted all their ships away from human borders. Even the powerful Nexer Empire, who feared no one, sent diplomats to Earth with gifts and treaties. One small human captain named Blake sat in his quarters aboard the Iron Wolf, reading the reports. His crew had started this. One battle, one warning. Now the entire galaxy knew. Humans were not the biggest race, not the oldest, not the most advanced, but they were united, protective, ruthless when threatened, and their space was theirs alone. The galaxy had many powerful empires, many warrior races, many ancient civilizations, but only one species had managed to make all the others afraid. The humans docked, and in the cold void of space, on every border, every station, every ship, the warning remained the same. No one enters human space, uninvited, unless they don't plan to come back. Part 3 complete minus 770 words. The end asterisk.